Hello and welcome everyone to the Tennessee Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Officers Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us for today's event. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You may use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and your microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you today. This is one of many different sessions happening. It is our final session of the evening, but make sure that you return within about a week to strivescan.com/Tennessee, where you can catch a recording of this session as well as all of the other events that have taken place. I'll go ahead and put that link in the chat as well. But for now, I'm going to turn it over to our main event, which is hearing from our wonderful panelists. And we're going to kick it off today with Fort Valley State University, whenever you are ready.
Good evening, everyone. I am Adasia Wheeler, the lead admissions counselor for Fort Valley State University. I currently serve in Southwest and Middle Georgia and the state of Alabama. Here are my colleagues. We have Ms. Jemiah Cox, who's the regional enrollment coordinator. She serves in Northwest Georgia and North and South Carolina. Mr. Trevion Burks, who serves in Northeast and Southeast Georgia and the state of Florida. For over 125 years, Fort Valley State University has served as the launch pad to success for talented students from all across the world. There is something about being a Wildcat that makes you hold your head higher, reach toward greater goals, and feel more empowered to make your mark. We hope that during this time you all are continuing to stay safe and use the necessary CDC standard precautions. Fort Valley State University has the second largest campus in the state in terms of acreage, second only to University of Georgia. Our academic facilities, residence halls, research spaces, and athletic venues mirror those at much larger schools. Our basketball arena, for example, seats 5,000 people and is the largest in Middle Georgia. Fort Valley State University is about as centrally located as you can get. 15 minutes from Warner Robins, 25 minutes from Macon, and 2 hours from Atlanta, Georgia. We like to say that we have majors from A to V, from accounting to visual and performing arts. Many of these programs are known for their ability to produce graduates who go on to do incredible things in their careers. So we offer three colleges: the College of Arts and Sciences, which is our largest college, the College of Agriculture, Family Sciences, and Technology, and the College of Education and Professional Studies. Our main residential halls feature student apartments where each student has their own bedroom. Yes, your own bedroom, a private or two-person bathroom, and lives in a 2, 3, or 4-bedroom suite with a kitchen and a living room. It is the perfect way to get the best of the college dorm experience while still having your own personal space. There are plenty of opportunities for you to lead on our campus as well, or just participate in something you love doing. More than 60 clubs and organizations are waiting for you to join, from Student Government Association to Class King and Queen, to fraternities and sororities, to the Blue Machine Marching Band. We are home of the 2017 Division II SIAC Conference Football Champions and other high-performing athletic teams, including men and women's basketball, men and women's track and field, men and women's tennis, women's softball, and women's volleyball, and co-ed cheerleading. Our admission requirements are now test optional. You must have a high school GPA based on the CPC requirements of a 2.25 with the satisfactory of SAT or ACT test scores, or 2.4 without consideration of SAT or ACT test scores. For the SAT, you must have a minimum 480 on evidence-based reading and writing and minimum 440 on math. For ACT, you must have a minimum 17 on English or reading and minimum 17 on math. Applying is easy as 1, 2, 3. Visit fesu.edu, our website, and fill out a free application for admission. Have your official transcript sent to us as well by your high school counselor, and have your official SAT or ACT test score sent to the admissions office. You can reach us by email at admissions@fesu.edu or by phone at 478-825-6520. Here's my contact information if you have any questions. And thank you so much for allowing me to share information about Fort Valley State with you today. Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Fort Valley State University. That was a great way to get us started today. We're going to turn it now over to St. Leo University whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much. I'm just going to share my screen real quick. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for taking some time out of your evenings to learn about all these great institutions. Today, I am representing St. Leo University, which is located in Tampa Bay, Florida. So if you're looking to get out of a chillier climate, definitely come on down to Florida. We would love to have you on campus. My name is Connor Schaefer. I'm a senior assistant director here at St. Leo University's undergraduate admissions, and I'm also a proud alumni of St. Leo from out of state, from the Northeast, coming from New Jersey. So I studied at St. Leo for my undergraduate and graduate programs. At the bottom of your screen, you can see my contact information. So if some of your questions don't get answered in the Q&A today, definitely please make sure to reach out to me either by phone or by email. So, what is St. Leo University all about? St. Leo was established in 1889, and we actually are the oldest Catholic institution in the state of Florida. We're the second largest Catholic institution in the country, serving over 20,000 students worldwide. Now, if you visit campus in Tampa tomorrow, you're going to say, Connor, I do not see 20,000 students on main campus, and you are 100% correct. So here at University Campus, we have roughly around 3,000 students coming from over 100 countries and 44 different states. The rest of our student population does come from our 15 different educational centers throughout the United States and our online program as well. So what's cool is while you're doing your studies on campus and in the classroom, you're going to have a small classroom environment, but at the end of the day, you're still going to receive the networking and resources and amenities you might receive at a larger institution. St. Leo is currently ranked number 4 in the South for best value, so you're going to get a great education out of your investment. The application process at St. Leo is very simple. So we are on the common application and you can also apply for free on our website. We are test optional. We've been test optional. So if there are any freshmen, sophomores, or juniors watching this presentation today, do not worry. We will still be test optional when you decide to apply to St. Leo. If you're worried or your family or friends are worried about you going out of state for college, do not worry. St. Leo is the safest campus in the state of Florida and 7th in the nation. We also have over 50 different academic programs, including our honors program and also some accelerated degree programs, which include our 3+1 accelerated programs where you can get a bachelor's at St. Leo in 3 years and then a master's in one. But we also have our 3+3 pathway to law school where you get your bachelor's in 3 years, and then you can continue to law school at either Barry University down in Miami or Florida State University up in Tallahassee. We also are thriving in the medical field. So we have this past year, we did actually add our health education and health promotions major. And this year, we're super excited to announce we will be launching our BS in nursing. Some other popular academic programs for first year students on campus are biology, criminal justice, education, sports business. So those are some of the programs that tend to stick out in our student population. I always said as a student at St. Leo, if you are bored on campus, it's truly just because you're not taking advantage of what the university has to offer. So to give you an idea of our location, we're about 30 minutes north from downtown Tampa and about an hour west of Orlando. So no matter which direction you go, you will hit a pretty awesome city that you can go to. We are Catholic, but that doesn't mean you have to be Catholic to attend St. Leo, but we do have daily mass and a strong campus ministry for students that do want to embrace their faith a little bit more. We do have over 22 different NCAA Division II athletic sports, a part of the Sunshine State Conference, and we actually have one of the strongest Division II overall athletic programs in the country. So if you're looking to be a student athlete, please make sure to fill out a questionnaire form on our athletic website. We do have over 70 different clubs and organizations on campus, including Greek life, esports, also intramural sports on campus is really strong as well. One thing that really excited me as a student was our off-campus trips. So we bring our students and sponsor trips to your simple places like Walmart or Target or the local shopping centers. But we also like to bring our students to places like Disney World, Universal, a lot of things in the Tampa Bay area. So if you're into sports, the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Tampa Bay Rays, and also the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who were actually the exclusive educational partner to the Tampa Bay Bucks, who won the Super Bowl this year. So it's a pretty exciting time to be in the Tampa Bay area. We are a residential campus, so we do have more than 14 different residential halls on our campus, so you will have housing all 4 years. Kind of a fun thing about one of our residential halls, it was actually featured in a top 10 residence halls article in the nation not too long ago, so a lot of cool things. Um, Also at St. Leo, I always said if there's nothing happening on campus when it comes to expanding, it's not St. Leo, I like to say. So this past year, we did open our Benedict's Coffee House that does proudly serve Starbucks products. And this coming year, you can see it at the right bottom side of your screen, we have our brand new wellness center that's opening this fall. So a fun fact about this wellness center, the infinity pool that is has a view of our lakeside campus, actually will be the largest infinity pool at a university in the state of Florida. So if you thought you were going to a resort for college already, this facility is really going to make it feel even more like a resort. Again, here is my contact information. If you have any questions after this presentation that might be lingering, St. Leo is actually open for tours on campus, and we do actually have a virtual tour on our website. Please definitely let me know if you have any questions in the Q&A, and thank you again for learning about St. Leo University that's located in Tampa Bay, Florida. Have a great night, everyone.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, St. Leo University. We are going to turn it now over to Agnes Scott College whenever you are ready.
Excellent, thank you. So hello, everyone. Thank you so much again for joining us. I know a lot of people have said it, but I also know it's a Thursday night. And so we're excited that you decided to spend it learning a little bit more about some great colleges. My name is Rachel West. I'm an Associate Director of Admission at Agnes Scott College. I use she, her pronouns. And I am excited to give you an overview of Agnes Scott. If you haven't heard of us, that's okay. We are a small liberal arts college. We are also an inclusive women's college. So I'm excited to tell you a little bit more about our students. We are located in the Atlanta area. We're in Decatur, which is just a 10-minute drive outside of downtown Atlanta. So you kind of get the best of both worlds in the Decatur small town area, but everything that you could want in Atlanta at your fingertips. So to talk a little bit more about the students that attend Agnes Scott, we have just under 1,100 students on our campus between our undergraduates, graduates, and our post-bac pre-med program. I like to say that they're a small but mighty group. They're also incredibly diverse. We're considered one of the most diverse colleges in the country. Our students come from 42 states and 17 countries. 63% of our students identify as students of color or by POC, and about a third of our students are first-generation college students. We make sure that all of our students have strong support networks while they're at Agnes Scott to make sure that they are successful throughout their time here. I always like to lead into a conversation about Agnes Scott by talking about our mission, which is to educate women to think deeply, live honorably, and engage the social and intellectual challenges of their times. I like to do this because it's who we are historically. We were founded as an educational opportunity for women at a time when there weren't many, particularly in our area of the South. And we continue to make sure that we are creating students who have intellectual curiosity and who want to be change agents in our global society. One of the ways we do that is through Summit. Summit is our academically rigorous 4-year program that all of our students take part in. It's grounded in real-world hands-on experiences that emphasize global learning, leadership development, and career exploration to make sure that our students are prepared for a lifetime of professional success, as well as professional growth and mobility. So that is a lot to say. I cannot tell you in 6 minutes everything that Summit entails. Like I said, it's a 4-year program, but some examples of what Summit includes is in the first year, all of our students going on week-long trips to a location that they have been studying a global issue around. So for example, ethical fashion that travels to Milan in Italy. Students do not have to pay anything for those trips. They are fully funded by donors. Obviously that is in pre-COVID times, and eventually it will return to us in post-COVID times, which we're very excited about. So Summit is part of every student's life at Agnes Scott, and it continues to move forward throughout whatever academic program a student chooses. So students for us can choose between 34 majors and 31 minors, as well as 3 dual degree programs in nursing and computer science with our friends at Emory University. and in engineering with our friends at Georgia Tech. We also have 6 graduate programs on campus, so a relatively small graduate school. If you're interested in one of our top majors on campus are psychology, public health, neuroscience, business, history, biology, very liberal arts. A significant portion, just under half of our students will double major, so you're not going to be limiting yourself in any way. You're able to explore all of your interests. And then we are really preparing students for whatever they want to do next. We have a couple of guaranteed master's pathways, so our 4+1 program into our own graduate school, our 4+1 Masters of Teaching program with Mercer University, and our clinical nurse lead program with Augusta University. But overall, we have a 97% graduate school acceptance rate, and that does include medical and law school admission. So we're really good at getting students to whatever they want their next step to be. So again, we don't have time to talk about a lot of Agnes Scott, so I do want to talk about a couple of opportunities to learn more. If you are currently a junior and you're going to be free in a couple of days, so on Saturday, we have an event that we call Just for Juniors. It's going to be a virtual event, and the event is going to be similar to an open house. You'll get to learn about Agnes Scott and Summit more in depth. You'll also get to hear from current professors and current students, talk about financial aid and scholarships, and we're going to do a workshop on how to make your application and your essay really shine. We also would love to have you on campus for a visit. We do virtual visits pretty much every day, and we have self-guided tours available any day on campus. And we hope that guided tours will be available soon as we feel like it's safe to do so. And I won't bore you on this because it's not time for you to apply yet probably, but just really quickly, a couple of important things about our application. We are Common App exclusive. We don't have an application fee if you're a domestic, undocumented, or DACA student. And we are a test optional institution, so you can choose whether you want to send in test scores, do an evaluative interview, or submit a graded writing sample. So you can sort of choose it to your strengths. Everyone who applies to the college by our January 15th scholarship priority deadline is considered for merit scholarships ranging from $18,000 to $25,000 a year. If you have a 3.75 GPA at the time when you apply, as reported by your high school, then you are automatically, if you are admitted, receive the Trailblazer Scholarship, which is $25,000 a year. So it's a very nice thing to have in your back pocket as an option. So again, obviously I can't explain everything about Agnes Scott in 6 minutes. I didn't get to talk about traditions or student life. So if you do have questions, our contact information is up on screen. If you want to snap a picture, you can have all our contact information, and that link will take you straight to our visit page to make it easier for you to find out more about Agnes Scott. And I will also drop my personal contact information in the chat. If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Agnes Scott College. That was wonderful. I want to remind all of our attendees that the Q&A function is open. So if you have questions for any of our panelists here today, make sure that you use that Q&A function and they'd be happy to answer those questions. We are now going to head to Stetson University. Take it away whenever you're ready.
You guys, give me just a second. Here we go. Can everybody say okay? Looks good. Okay, perfect. So, hi, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Brett Whitmore. I'm part of the admissions team at Stetson University. I work with all the students from the Tennessee area, and I also work with all the students involved in our university's honors program. So definitely happy to chat with you guys a little bit more about that. But, talking about Stetson itself, we're a top 4 college in the Southern United States for undergraduate teaching. We're the #1 law school in the United States for child advocacy, which is a distinction we've held for 17 of the last 23 years. So most of the time that your students have been alive. And we're also considered a top value school as well. But, talking about coming to Florida from Tennessee, definitely a little bit of a stretch. I'm familiar with St. Leo. I'm actually grew up partially in the Citrus Park area as well, which is in Tampa too. But there's a lot to do around here. We're in DeLand, Florida, which is sort of situated right between Orlando and Daytona. So you can do everything here from skydiving, which is actually the skydiving hot air balloon capital of the world. You can go to Disney World, Universal. We have people going to the NASCAR races, getting involved in all the professional athletic games. that sort of thing too, and propensity to hit the beach as well. But focusing more on the school specifically instead of the surrounding area, we have about 3,150 undergraduate students at Stetson, about 1,200 graduate and professional students, and traditionally about 2/3 of our student population lives on campus. We currently represent students from 45 different states, 64 different countries, and 4 territories. And the mission statement at Stetson is to provide excellent education and a creative community where learning and values meet, and to foster in our students the qualities of heart and mind to allow them to reach their full potential as informed citizens of their local communities and the world, which is a wicked long mission statement. But what that really boils down to is we have 3 sort of core values here at Stetson, right? First and foremost, intellectual development. Most important thing, you go to school, you foster that education, you garner your brain power. Personal growth, to develop more so who you are as opposed to just what you are, building those connections, those friendships, that kind of thing. And then global citizenship, to showcase the level of reach that you have as an educational professional. So sort of jumping right into that, we have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio here at Stetson. So it's absolutely the kind of academic community where you're going to get to know your professors really well. Dr. King here, he's our representative for LECOM, Lake Erie College of Medicine program. You can work on getting accepted into law school directly from our undergraduate programs, or excuse me, from medical school, directly from undergraduate programs. But we also have a 4 and 3 and a 3 and 3 program to go direct connect into law school as well. 95% of our faculty hold terminal degrees. We're also a Phi Beta Kappa accredited institution, meaning that this is an absolutely academically rigorous education system here, but you have a lot of personal attention. None of our classes are taught by teaching assistants at Stetson. We still have, resources for the outside of the classroom support that you might want, but you will never have, a graduate student teaching a class that you're taking at Stetson University. And we have 107 academic programs here at Stetson. It's, of course, a liberal arts university. So colleges of arts and sciences, everything from biology to English, creative writing, computer science, history, political science, and everything in between. Business administration, finance, marketing, entrepreneurship studies, sales. Our Roland George Investments program is actually one of the oldest and most successful private investment firms for students in the United States. They're actually up to $5.3 million of real money to buy, sell, and trade with on the stock market. So if you're interested in those kind of business opportunities, definitely something to look into. I already spoke about our law school a little bit, and we do have a full hosting classical school of music here as well. And if that's something you're interested in, drop me a line in the Q&A and I'll get you connected with our music people. But quite a bit to do when it comes to studying in the classroom and having these different sorts of student experiences and that sort of thing as well. We also host all sorts of different special programs and scholarships on campus too. Like, we're actually a nationally accredited Bonner program here at Stetson. So we encourage student service. We put out quite a bit of service hours per student on average here. In fact, as part of that accreditation, we can offer anywhere from up to a few $1,000s all the way up to full tuition scholarships based on commitment to service. That's not something that we require from our students, but definitely something that people are really excited about here. Our university's honors program is tremendous. It's a highly focused program. We have a JLE Edmonds full scholarship program here as well. But there's a lot of ways to get involved on your way into school and a lot of things to do while you're here as well. So we actually have 140 different student clubs and organizations here at Stetson. So there's all sorts of different things that you can get involved with when it comes to joining different programs. Like we're the Eastern State of the Panhellenic Council, so we have very good fraternities and sororities here at Stetson. About 1/5 of our students are involved in those programs. We have everything from things that are a little more relaxed, like Hammocking Club, Nerd Culture Society, video game esports stuff, things that are a little more academic. Like, we have one of the largest mock senates in the United States for a school our size. We have Uncouth, which is like a live music, slam poetry kind of thing. We have, philosophy and debate clubs. We have things that are a little more extreme. Like I mentioned, the skydiving, go skydiving with us here at Stetson. We have a scuba diving organization here. You can get scuba certified at Stetson for free too. And also we, again, we're a smaller school, about 3,000 students, but we have 17 Division I athletic teams here at Stetson as well. So you'll still see us competing against those larger organizations when it comes to collegiate athletics as well. But, it's not just about the stuff that you're doing on campus all the time. It's about getting involved in your community around the country and around the world. We actually guarantee continued study abroad experiences for all of our students. It's not something that you have to do, but it's something that we guarantee on every continent except for Antarctica. But if you wanted to go, then I'm sure you could, because you actually have the ability to design your own study abroad programs at Stetson. So definitely something to look into as well. And that's sort of part of our guarantee with our students. We guarantee that you'll graduate in 4 years or less, that you'll have internships, and you'll complete master's level thesis projects as an undergraduate student, which is one of the things that helps set our students apart with our 91% post-graduation success rate, meaning that the students coming out of Stetson are going into the jobs that they want to have, the graduate and professional programs they want to be a part of 91% of the time. And for context, the national average is 54%. So we're completely thrilled about how well our students are doing on the back end. And if you wanted to come and see the school for yourself, we are hosting visits in person. We actually never closed for COVID-19. We've never had a transmission on campus either. So we're really excited about how safe everything is. So we do have, limited, COVID restricted in-person visitation options available, and all sorts of different, neat virtual events you can check out on our website there, stetson.edu/visiting. But otherwise, I know I talk really fast and try to get everything done. It's just like everyone else is saying, it's always hard to condense everything into a 6-minute frame, but here's my information. Please drop me a line and I'll see you guys at the Q&A.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Stetson University. It is really hard to get all of this important information about all of your campuses in 6 minutes. So thank you so much for everyone's effort to do so. We're going to hear now from Georgia State University, whenever you are ready.
Thank you. All right. Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Peter Vleck, and welcome to Georgia State. Georgia State is the largest university in Georgia with over 50,000 students across our 6 campuses, about 30,000 of which are at our main campus in downtown Atlanta, and the rest are spread across our 5 perimeter college campuses. Despite this size, we maintain a student to faculty ratio of about 25:1, so you'll still have the opportunity for more intimate learning experience where you can interact directly with your professors. We are the most diverse university in Georgia, and we're proud to serve students from each county in our state, each state in the US, and over 170 different countries around the world. We were recently ranked #1 out of all public universities in the US for the quality of our undergraduate education. So no matter what you choose to pursue, you know you're going to get a great education here. We're comprised of 11 different schools and colleges, and we offer more than 250 different degree granting programs, ranging from associate's and bachelor's degrees to a wide range of terminal and graduate degrees in more than 100 different fields of study. A few of our standout programs include our College of the Arts, where students interested in art and media are able to tap into the vibrant creative culture of the city of Atlanta, as well as the burgeoning film and music industries centered here. Another major draw is the Robinson College of Business, which is not only a top-tier business school, but it feeds many graduates into the major companies that make up the Atlanta business community, which really is one of the major business hubs of North America. Additionally, we have our Honors College, which is a competitive and selective program offering students many perks, including priority registration and smaller honors-specific classes. It's a great mixture of the benefits of a small college experience while still having access to the full resources of a major public university. In addition to our main campus downtown, Georgia State has 5 more campuses around the Atlanta metropolitan area that make up GSU Perimeter College. Perimeter College offers our students more flexibility while still getting that same great education. All this comes at a fraction of the price, with tuition at Perimeter College being roughly 1/3 of the price of the Atlanta campus. Perimeter College offers associate's degrees and certificate programs, as well as an easy way for students to transition to the Atlanta campus to finish off their bachelor's degree. If you want to start out here, just do 2 years, save some money, then you're going to have a really easy way of finishing off that bachelor's degree for really the cheapest way you can do it. Our location and our resources allow us to offer our students almost unparalleled opportunities in their education, especially when it comes to networking opportunities for jobs and internships while being a student. For students who are interested in the world at large outside of the classroom, we are also proud to offer more than 70 different study abroad opportunities in 45 countries, ranging from trips as short as 1 week up to full year-long programs. Community is one of the most important aspects of the college experience. Going to college is about so much more than going to the classes. And we think that you will love the community here at Georgia State. We have more than 400 different student organizations. I actually believe it just ticked over 500 recently. So there's lots of opportunities to get involved. We have 31 Greek fraternities and sororities, as well as professional, cultural, special interest, and social organizations. So again, getting involved is easy. These organizations provide a great way for you to meet other students who have interests or backgrounds similar to your own. Another big aspect of the community here at Georgia State are our athletic programs, where we compete in the Division I Sun Belt Conference. All students get free tickets to all home sporting events. These are a great way to get some free entertainment and to support your school. Georgia State currently has 5 on-campus residence halls, 3 of which are freshmen only. I know how important this is for students coming from out of state. So this is something to think about, especially if you're a junior right now. You're going to want to apply early, get admitted early, because we do tend to run out of room in our freshman dorms and go to a wait list every single year. However, living on campus is not required. But we do have the dorms for students who wish to live on campus. So all 3 freshman dorms have dining halls, one of which is open 24 hours a day during the week. Now let's talk a little bit about admissions. So the middle 50% of students admitted to the Atlanta campus last year had between a 3.3 and a 3.86 core GPA, a 1060 to 1250 SAT, or a 21 to 28 ACT. Meanwhile, the average student admitted to the Honors College, which I was talking about a little bit earlier, had a 3.91 GPA and a 1380 SAT or 31 ACT. Due to COVID, we are currently test optional for this cycle, but that might be going back in the fall. So if you're a junior right now, please just do pay attention to that. For the Atlanta campus, we are typically looking for a 3.0 GPA or higher, but we do have a little bit of flexibility in there. When we're talking about GPA, one thing that's important to note is that we only consider the core GPA, which is made up of your English, math, natural science, social science, and foreign language classes. Because of this, the GPA that we use for admissions might be a little bit different than what you see on your transcript. Here are some of the dates for our admissions timeline. We actually just pushed our deadline back to May 1st for the Atlanta campus. And for our perimeter college campuses, it is August 1st. So there is still plenty of time for you to apply if you'd like. Juniors, please pay attention to this priority deadline. It was December 8th this year. It will probably be December 8th next year, but it could change. That is when you have to apply to be considered for the Honors College and for merit-based scholarships, including scholarships that are just for out-of-state students that waive your out-of-state tuition. If you need any more information about Georgia State, please reach out to me and I will put my information in the chat. Thank you very much.
Great. Well, thank you, Georgia State University. That was wonderful. We appreciate you sharing that information, and we are now going to transfer over to hear from Kennesaw State University whenever you are ready. And you are muted, but we do see your screen.
Righty. So, okay, and y'all are able to see me now, I take it, and hear me now?
Yes, everything looks great.
Okay. All righty, so sorry to say that it's messing up on me here, but my name is Adam Calhoun. I'm with Kennesaw State University. We are located just north of the Atlanta area there, so 20 miles north of downtown Atlanta. I am sorry, I'm having some technical issues, it seems, every day here, doing everything virtual. But really the best thing about Kennesaw State is the fact that although we just topped over 41,000 students, we still have a really close-knit community on the north side of Atlanta, which everything's happening in Atlanta, as it was mentioned with a representative from Georgia State earlier. So really, I think the best things about Kennesaw State, whether it be with our athletics, whether it be with our different arts programs, or really everything in between, academically speaking, there's so many opportunities so close to us here in the Kennesaw and really the North Atlanta area as a whole. So if you're not really familiar with the Atlanta area too much, our campus is just off of 75. We have 2 main campuses. They're right off the road from each other, but again, we're going to be located on 75 going southbound, going into Atlanta. So just kind of a note of reference there for you in terms of location. But as far as what we offer, we have programs in a number of different colleges, as I'll highlight in a moment, both all the way in engineering, all the way to education here, and everything just about in between. So whether you're going in to want to be a teacher, that'll be the Bagwell College of Education. If you want to go into anything business related, I got my degree in business from the Coles College of Business. I have some awesome stuff. It's actually named after the guy who founded the Great American Cookie Company. So he comes by every now and then and gives us free cookies there. Really awesome stuff that they get to do. A lot of great programs, highly rated programs as well. Our Norman J. Radow College of Humanities and Social Sciences, they're going to hold everything from kind of history to criminal justice to really your mainstream kind of majors you think of when you think of college. So anything from English to psychology, sociology, stuff like that. So they really house the most of our students. They house about a quarter of them, and they do an incredible job. They get speakers to come in all the time. They have the Starbucks that's on our campus. Which always has the most students in it, no matter what the situation is, but really awesome stuff that they have in our College of Humanities and Social Sciences. So our College of Science and Math is going to be there for anybody wanting to go into pre-med, but your more generic sciences, so things like biology, chemistry, physics, as well as mathematics and statistics too. So really great programs, as well as our College of the Arts. We have our own museum on our campus that's free for our students to go to, along with any sporting events, which is super awesome. You can get involved in so many different ways, but we have a lot of programs in, in our arts department. We even have the largest dance studio in the metro area on our Marietta campus, just down the road from our Kennesaw campus. So really awesome stuff that they get to be a part of and really get you involved in the local art scenes, which we have an incredible abundance of here in the Atlanta area. But our Wellstar College of Health and Human Services houses our nursing program, which is one of the best in the state of Georgia, one of the best in the Southeast for sure. And they do an incredible job preparing you. That bottom right-hand picture there is of that building. They can turn it into a hospital at any time. If there's an emergency and they need to expand space in the Cobb County area, they can do that. And that just speaks to how well they prepare you, as well as prepare any other majors that are based out of there, like exercise science and more of our counseling-based services there. So for our Marietta campus, it's going to be more so STEM based. So between architecture and construction management, we have the only fully accredited bachelor's program in architecture, and they do a great job tying you into the local groups. They have an incredible partnership with many companies, both here and abroad. So really awesome opportunities there. Computing and software engineering, they have game design, they have anything related to computer engineering, and more so things that are relevant for today, cybersecurity as well. They even have their own teams that compete in that. They recently started up a fundraiser using a hackathon. So people were doing some different team-based hacking, I guess I should say, and raised a lot of money for a local charity. So really, really cool stuff that they get to be a part of. And then your other majors there, whether it be the College of Science and Math through the College of Humanities, they do have some programs that are going to be more engineering and tech-based, and they're going to be on the Marietta campus because they're STEM-based as well. But our Southern Poly College of Engineering and Engineering Technology, they house our more mainstream majors in engineering, so mechanical and industrial engineering, as well as our minors and things like nuclear engineering, robotics, aerospace engineering. So a bunch of cool stuff that they get to be a part of over there. But as far as our admissions process goes, it's really easy. You can go to that website there, admissions.kennesaw.edu, to have all the information I've spoken on, as well as all the information specific to your student type. So if you're a junior, it can help you know what GPAs to target and everything like that, as well as for people graduating now as seniors, you can go in there and apply today. We also will need all transcripts from any for any high schools you've attended, as well as if you've taken college courses, those too. And we also will need any test scores you have, whether they be ACT or SAT or AP. But thankfully for fall 2021, at least for these upcoming seniors that are graduating this spring, we can waive that test score requirement as long as you have a 2.6 academic core GPA or higher. And I know Georgia State goes in the same way as that, where it's just going to be your core classes that they evaluate. And so really it's going to be that math, science, English, social studies, and foreign language that they base those off of, and along with those test scores if needed. But the deadline's coming up will be June 1st for the fall deadline, May 1st for the summer. And then you can visit us there at experience.kennesaw.edu and view us in person or virtually. And there's my information in case somebody wants to take a screenshot of it and have that information there to contact me.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Kennesaw State University, and thank you to all of our panelists for sharing your expertise about your campuses and programs. It was really wonderful to learn about each of these unique institutions. We're going to take advantage of having these experts with us, and we're going to transition now to a very brief Q&A. I'm going to share my screen real quickly here while I ask our first question. I'll ask all of my panelists to join me on video here for the question, which is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? We're going to go ahead and go in the same order that we started with. It looks like we lost Fort Valley State University, so we're going to allow St. Leo University to kick us off today.
So I always like to tell students, keep an open mind throughout the whole admissions process in the college search. For example, if you ask Connor from New Jersey senior year, even early senior year, or during the holiday time, if I was going to college in Florida, I would have said there's no way. So just keep an open mind until you visit some of the schools.
Great advice. Thank you. Agnes Scott College, what advice do you have?
Yeah, I think one thing, sort of building on Connor's advice as well, is not to be afraid to go a unique path. So a lot of times there's maybe 4 or 5 schools that you're really familiar with and that a lot of your friends are looking at, or that a lot of people from your school go to, but that may not be the best fit for you. So think about what makes the most sense for you in terms of class size and where you succeed, what kinds of organizations you want to be a part of, what kind of people you want to be surrounded with, and then try to base the colleges you look at on that rather than the schools that you know best.
Fantastic. Thank you. Stetson University, what advice do you have?
I mean, I have to replicate what my colleagues here are saying. Like you have to visit. You have to visit these schools. It's so important, and don't be afraid to look further away. Right. And I think something that isn't valued enough is don't be stressed. Like, your admissions counselors like myself and everyone else who's here on this panel, and the people at your school too, are here as resources to help you, figure this stuff out. And it can be weird, it can be uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, like, the best thing to do is to just find a school that you're comfortable with and that you'll be excited to be at. And you'll know those schools as you find them too.
Fantastic. Thank you. Georgia State University, what advice do you have?
Yeah, so there's been some really fantastic advice that kind of goes right along with what I'm thinking and what I'm going to be saying. My little thing would be to don't let any one aspect of a college or what you want out of college completely dominate the process. My little personal anecdote, if I can share it, is I was being recruited by one school to play football. I was really excited about that opportunity. I really wanted to go there, but then I ended up falling in love with another school just because of kind of the culture of the school, the academics, everything else. I ended up getting an opportunity to walk on to play football there, so it all worked out. But then I hurt my back and I couldn't play anymore. Never got to play a single snap. If I'd been at that other school that I was only really thinking about because they were recruiting me, I probably would have been miserable. But in the end, I was at the school that was the right fit for me, regardless of whether football worked out, and I loved it there. So just go to the school that feels right and that appeals to you in the most ways possible.
That's a great story. Thank you. And then Kennesaw State University, what's your advice?
No, I think those are all really good things, and it was mentioned there, the fit, and I think that's a really kind of underused term when people think about the college search, and they think about maybe a certain kind of place they want to go to, whether it's a big city or maybe a smaller town. I mean, I'm from a smaller town, so certainly looking at Kennesaw State, which is larger than the entire county I was from, seemed pretty crazy. So really getting to go to the campus, and as it's been mentioned, really going and visiting, I think you get more of that picture of really the atmosphere and really the fit of what it would be like to be a student every day, more so than anything, because if you don't go and necessarily experience that, it can be hard to see yourself there or see what it would be like to enjoy your time there versus if you really can get the whole picture there.
Wonderful. Well, thanks again for sharing all of your expertise here. I want to take the opportunity. This is my favorite question, this next question, because it helps us get a little bit more about your campuses, and that is, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? We're going to do this kind of rapid fire. So at the top of the order, starting back with St. Leo University, 20 to 30 seconds for each of you. What is your favorite event?
So definitely our International Food Night. Everyone loves food, and with over 100 countries represented in our student population, you get to try food from all around the world. So that's awesome.
Sounds awesome. Thank you. Agnes, Scott College?
Yeah, my favorite student tradition is what we call ringing the bell. When our seniors get a job offer or graduate school placement, they go to the top of our oldest building on campus and ring the giant bell, which can be heard all over campus and all over Decatur. And it's sort of a very audible way of celebrating their success. And then we get an email with all of the places they're going and the good things they're doing. So I just love this, being able to celebrate the successes of students in that way.
That sounds awesome. Thank you. Stetson University?
For me, it's got to be Stetson University's showcase. It's when all of our students get to show off the kinds of research that they've accomplished, or their solo performances, or major internships and that kind of thing. Like we close all the classes for a day. All the student employee jobs are suspended for the day, just so people have the opportunity to interact with each other and take some time to appreciate the work that they've accomplished and that of their colleagues.
That's great. Thank you. Georgia State University.
So mine is pretty similar to Connor's. I also love international stuff. And at Georgia State, we have a week-long international festival for our international students, and that's capped off. We shut down a couple blocks of downtown Atlanta and have a flag parade where students can wear their traditional clothing and they carry their flag and parade around downtown Atlanta.
Sounds awesome. I love it. And then Kennesaw State University, we'll have you close this out again.
So for me, it has to be the first week of welcome we have for our new students that come on. It starts off with like a barbecue kind of atmosphere that we have on our campus green. All the organizations that are student-based functions come out and really throughout the week give out free stuff for people. There's a build an owl event because our mascot is the owl. So kind of like build a bear. People can build their own owl. Our president, Dr. Witten, she gives out free cake. I've never been fast enough to get any, but it is an awesome opportunity really to interact with all the people on campuses, services on campus, and really get started on a good foot.
I love it. Well, I'm ready to go to all of your campuses now for those wonderful events. So thank you all so much for sharing that. We are so fortunate to have your expertise as we learn about these different college search options. And I want to thank not just our panelists, but also all of you who have joined us, whether you're here live or catching the recording. We appreciate that you took the time to learn about these fantastic programs. Just as we wrap up here, please do remember that this session, along with all of the other sessions, have been recorded, and within about a week you can find those recordings at strivescan.com/Tennessee. And last but not least, when you close today's window, you're going to get a very brief 4-question survey. We would appreciate any feedback that you can provide about today's events so we can improve them in the future. All right, thank you everyone. You have a wonderful evening, and good luck in your college search. Bye-bye.